We obviously fouled too much in that stretch. 14 free throw attempts in a quarter, allowing those 35 points. Obviously, our worst defensive quarter, but it's a good way to respond. And I think everybody was part of the win. Obviously, we see like big lines like Nick's career high and Nolan first double-double with the 13 assists, 13 points. But the reality is we saw a lot of effort, 10 verticalities and 1 charge by Noah. And I think those are the winning plays that you want to see. It's not always perfect, but, you got to win those possessions. And I think we did enough of that tonight.
Noah credited Nolan flat out as the reason why all the starters shot well above 50% tonight. What did you see from his decision-making on the floor?
Yeah, it was outstanding. I mean, you see 13 assists to 3 turnovers. He touched the paint constantly. Obviously, his speed is a factor, but, he was always under control. If he had to keep his dribble alive, and he made the right play over and over and over. So it was great to see. And like you said, and Noah said it, his teammates benefited from it. So great to see that. It's part of development, and we got to keep growing. We got to keep getting better.
Following up on that, I mean, when the game starts to slow down for a young player and they start to be able to read what defenses are trying to do, I guess, how does that manifest itself? How is that visible when you're watching him play?
Yeah, I think that you said it. The game slows down, but then especially Nolan, it's where he can use his speed. And before everything was rushed and trying to go too fast, and now he can go fast to slow, slow to fast. And you see how well he's playing and how confident he's playing, and he's calling the plays. I don't have to be that involved because I trust him. And on the defensive end, he just fights. He got 6 of the 10 verticalities, a big one at the end to get a stop, and that's good to see because we're gonna keep seeing his growth for sure.
Coach, whenever we've asked you about Nick, you've talked about his rebounding, his passing, but when he has the kind of game he has tonight where he's pretty much scoring at will, what kind of impact do you see that having on the rest of the team?
Yeah, I think it's very important because Nick doesn't over-dribble, doesn't try to do too much. Everything is, when he plays like this, efficient, and then he's got 4 assists to 1 turnover to 10 rebounds. That's impressive, but also makes everybody else better. Like, he rolls to the rim, defense got to pull in, then Nolan can find his teammates. It's like he does so much, not just all these points and everything. So his game was huge tonight, and that's the Nick that we want to see. Even though sometimes you're not going to score as much, but the intentions were very, very good. His mindset, super aggressive from the beginning all the way until the end, and I think that's it's been his best game in the last few weeks.
Hey, Jordi. So Zaire checked in midway through the third and stayed until the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. He had that stretch in the fourth quarter where he scored 6 straight points. So what did you like about his play that kind of led you to keep him in there as long as you did?
Yeah, I mean, his ball pressure is always a factor. He got a couple of deflections right there. His activity, his length is great. And like you said, he scored, out of cuts, out of give and goes, and those possessions were huge for us because we were struggling a little bit. And between the ball pressure and those positive offensive possessions he had that he finished with layups, I decided to keep him a little bit longer. So credit to him, big part of us getting the win, and it's good to see because you need the bench, you need everybody to contribute.
Last one, Perry. I saw you had a little bit of a reaction for Danny when he kind of came along the baseline and was able to square up and hit that corner 3 at one point. How far do you think he's come? I know we've talked a lot about the decision-making of shooting the shots, but just kind of the work that he's put in to make himself a guy that can, catch and shoot quickly and catch and shoot in a lot of different situations.
Yeah, I mean, super efficient. I think that right now you see him like very comfortable, and when he shot that, he didn't rush it. He didn't stop us, like it was not slow. And right now you can see the confidence. Like it just takes you a little bit to, be ready to shoot. And what we're asking you to do, obviously today we didn't shoot as many, but I think that the efficiency was great because we scored in the paint, 50 from the field, 48 from three. But those shots from Danny is like he knew those were good shots. His footwork was good. The ball looked good. Is it gonna always go in? I don't know. But if he keeps shooting like this, like we know how good of a shooter he is.
Thank you, Jordi.
Thank you.